Hey guys, we're back on the Chevy 1500. We're going to replace the oil pan gasket because it's leaking in two places pretty good. Alright, we're underneath the vehicle. Here's our oil pan right above us. We're going to start by removing these two bottom braces that go from the engine to the transmission. If you guys can see that. Pull those out. Alrighty, once those are out, go ahead and trace that line up and remove the tops of those struts. There's one on each side. Go ahead and remove those. Alrighty guys, just got those two struts out on either side. One's an 18 millimeter. Actually, they're both 18 millimeters, so you can just get them out with that. Our next step is to start removing the pan bolts, which as you see are those little, I think they're 10 millimeters up there. Yep, just start pulling those out. I'm actually also going to remove my oil lines up here. They run forward. You see, I have one right there. It's leaking actually pretty badly. The top one is. You can't really see that from here. But I'm gonna go ahead and remove those. It'll be easier to get those bolts out from behind those oil lines. I actually made a couple more changes than that. I pulled out the oil pump, this guy right here, because it makes it a lot easier to access some of those bolts. And I also pulled out the two bolts holding the starter and I pushed that off to the side, and it just clears everything up a lot better. I'll show you guys. Okay, so back underneath, you can see I loosened up the starter so that I could access that bolt right there. And I also removed the oil pump because I have to replace that seal anyways. You also have to loosen up this torque converter guard on the transmission side. So this is the transmission side. You have to loosen up the torque converter guard, and you actually have to remove this section of the exhaust pipe. Just unbolt it up at the flange. You can see that up there, I think. Just unbolt that up there at the flange, or if you want, you can even cut a section and clamp it on after you reinstall your pan. We're also gonna have to loosen and lower the front axle assembly. Gonna have to pull that big bolt out right there. We're gonna have to pull these two bolts out, and I think one more on top of that front differential. Forward an hour, and we've got our pan out. That's what the bottom of the engine looks like without a pan.